Okay, PARCA Clinical Section 2.1 covers nervous system anatomy, the skull, the brain, the cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spines. So we'll start with the cranial bones. There is a frontal bone here, two parietal bones, the purples on either side. There's a sphenoid bone, ethmoid bone, temporal bones, the greens, temporals on either side, right and left temporal, and those are the bones of the skull. The skull is made up of 8 bones. They are frontal, occipital, ethmoid, sphenoid, 2 parietals, and 2 temporals. The skull is also called the calvarium. Joints made of strong fibrous tissue, the cranial sutures, hold the bones of a baby's skull together, and they meet at the fontanelles, soft spots. If you've ever touched a baby's head, you'll notice they have soft spots, and that allows the skull to expand and grow together. And the largest fontanelle is at the front. And keep in mind, these are things that PARCA wants you to know. I have never needed to know the calvarium or that cranial sutures hold the bones of a baby's skull together when I've worked in the field, in the job of radiology informatics, but these are things that PARCA wants you to know about. This is the brain. So it has a left hemisphere, a right hemisphere, and a tough fibrous band down the middle that keeps the two halves together called the corpus callosum. These are the lobes of the brain. I'm not going to go into each one of them. You can read on the slides what each lobe does. The brain is made up of the left and right hemispheres joined by the corpus callosum. It's composed of 4 lobes. They are the frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital lobes. Cerebrospinal fluid, CSF, is a clear, colorless fluid that protects and cushions the brain and spine. The cerebrum contains the major lobes of the brain and does not include the cerebellum. Let's go back for a minute. Right? So here you have the cerebrum, but it doesn't count the cerebellum. And that's a fun trick question on the PARCA test. Is true or false? Does the cerebellum contain the cerebrum? Or does the cerebrum contain the cerebellum? They'll word it differently. Cervical spine, 7 cervical spines. C1 through C7. C1 is also called atlas, and C2 is called axis. 12 thoracic spines. An easy way to remember the 12 thoracic spines is the 12 ribs come off the 12 thoracic spines. 12 ribs, 12 thoracic spines. You can see the ribs attach to the thoracic spine. 5 lumbar vertebrae, L1 through L5. And so the smallest vertebrae are the cervicals. They get a little bigger, the thoracic, and the big boys at the bottom, your lower back, the lumbar spine. Thank you for watching.